Let me go into another area. You are the chair of the President's School Safety Commission. That was formed after the school shooting in Florida left 17 students and educators dead. Our country is now averaging a school shooting each week. In fact, one day after the commission met last month, another 10 students and teachers were killed in Santa Fe, Texas. I understand your commission intends to release its recommendations by the end of the year. Will your commission look at the role of firearms as it relates to gun violence in our schools?
Thanks, Senator, for that question. And it is an honor to serve and to lead this commission. We are focused on the 20-some different provisions.
Will you be looking? I know, I understand there's a lot, but I'm also thinking the chairman has difficulties. So I try to give you a question that could be answered yes or no. Will your commission look at the role of firearms as it relates to gun violence in our schools?
That is not part of the commission's charge per se.
I see. So you, so you're studying gun violence, but not considering the role of guns.
We're actually studying school safety and how we can ensure our students are safe at school.
You're studying things like how much time they spend on video games and all that, but you can go to a lot of other countries where they spend just as much time, but have only a tiny fraction of the shootings that we do. The gun of choice for mass shooters is an AR-15. Do you believe an 18-year-old high school student should be able to walk into a store, minutes later come out with an AR-15 style gun and hundreds of rounds of ammunition?
Well, sir, I know that this body and your counterparts on the other side of the Capitol have addressed a number of these issues, and I know that you're going to continue to debate them and discuss them. I try to
give you questions that could be answered yes or no. Let me repeat it in case I wasn't clear.
Thank you.
Do you believe an 18-year-old high school student should be able to walk into a store and minutes later come out with an AR-15 style assault weapon and hundreds of rounds of ammunition?
I believe that's very much a matter for debate, and I know that's been debated within this body and will continue to be. Our focus is on raising up successful, proven techniques and approaches to ensuring schools are safe for students to attend.
Are you looking at those other countries where the students have spent just as much time on social media and video games and everything else, but have a much lower gun violence in their schools?
We had a very important meeting last week in Maryland at a school within a district that has employed an approach called PBIS for 16 or 18 years that deals with...
Maybe I didn't make my question clear. Are you looking at some of those countries where the students do just as much time on video games, have just as much time on social media as we do, but do not have gun violence? Are you looking at those at all? That's a yes or no.
Not per se.
Thank you. So we'll look at gun violence in the schools, but not look at guns. It's an interesting concept.